how is everyone doing? And welcome to the Stat Room. Ladies and gentlemen, I am VonnTheStatman. You can follow me on Twitter at VonnTheStatman. And guys, check out my website, VonnTheStatman.com. Now, you might want to go on my website a few times a week because I might be giving out a few hidden gems that can help you to win your DFS contest each week and to also help you dominate your fantasy leagues. So y'all ready? Hello, everyone, and welcome back. And thank you for joining me on my DFS journey, guys. So let's get right into this big slate, guys. It's a big slate today, guys. And just like I say in every other video, if you're new to DFS, which means that you've been doing this for like a month or less, or if your bankroll is under $150, you only want to focus on head-to-head contests that you create. Remember, create your head-to-head contest about an hour before the game's locked so you can play the desperate people. If you play the 10-man contest that you create those contests about an hour and a half before lock so you too can get the desperate people. We are trying to win. We're not trying to make friends in DFS. The DFS community, we want to cash, and that's the best way to do it. All right, guys, so let's get right into this big slate. So today I'm going to break down the point guard position, guys. So Harden and Philadelphia needs to win. Expect Harden to put up about 50 fantasy points. Expect Murray to match Harden for 50 fantasy points. Expect Young to put up about 44 fantasy points. Donovan Mitchell going up against Smart. I like him, but Smart is a pretty good defender. I would say Mitchell gets about 38. I say Halliburton puts up 45 fantasy points. McCollum, you got to check back to see if he plays. Van Vliet, I would expect him to put up about 40 fantasy points. Porter, you got to see if he plays. Rozier probably won't play. Holiday against New York, I would say that 35-point mark. Brunson just came off of a big game. He was actually in my lineup yesterday that did a 348 that did extremely well. He did well. This was in my lineup a few days ago, I might say. Cunningham's at home against Atlanta. Like him. Simons, I like him. Love Chris Paul going against New Orleans. I love that. And I love D'Angelo Russell today. Maxey, I don't like him on the road at Toronto. I do like Smith. I believe Smith can give you 36 fantasy points today. Clarkson, I would say that 30-point mark. Green, I would say that same 30-point mark. Conley, I would say 30 points. Ty Jones, he's going to have to bear a lot of the scoring, so I would say about 32 fantasy points. Smart, I would say about 34 fantasy points. Murray, I believe he gets his first 30-point game today. Diasu, I would say about 25. I would say Brogdon, I believe this is going to be a Brogdon day as well. I believe he goes for his first 30-point performance. Noel, I like him against the Lakers to also get right near 30. He'll probably finish with around 28. Beverly against Minnesota, that's his old team, but Beverly doesn't really do a lot. I would say today, Beverly probably around 25. Morse versus Indiana, say about 24. Derek White about 20. Hampton is going to start for Orlando, but he hasn't really done much all year. And the way that Orlando rotation is going, I see him coming in and just basically being on the floor because they typically have it's a three-star team. It's going to be Carter, you're going to have Paleo, and you're going to have Franz Wagner. Those guys are going to pretty much do the majority of the scoring. Hampton might chip in 8 points, maybe 5 rebounds, a couple of assists. I'm thinking that 16 to 22-point mark for him. Quickly, don't really like him. Primo is out. Schroeder is out. Maladon, don't really like him. I do like Melton. I think he can get you about 16 points. Caruso, I would say 18 points. Hayes, about 14 points. White, I would say the same, about 14 points. And McLaughlin, I think he can get you maybe 12. Bones Highland around 14. Graham around 14. None should get more minutes today, so I would say None will probably get you that 16 to 18. I like TJ McConnell today to put up about 20 fantasy points. So somebody under 4 that you want to consider McConnell. And I like Hill today to put up about 15. Carter should be on today. He hasn't really got a lot of shots. Let's check him out real quick because he's getting the minutes though. He's getting 22, 25, 15, and about 10 fantasy points. I don't see him doing much more than that. Milwaukee is also a team. It's 4 guys on that team that pretty much scores. Dragic, I do like Dragic. If Dragic could get 20 minutes, if he could get 20 minutes, guys, he can get you 30 points, but he doesn't get enough minutes. He's only getting 15 minutes. Joseph is just a veteran, guys. He's a straight, pure veteran that always gets you about 15 fantasy points, but same with him. If he can get 20, then I would really consider him more. Derrick Rose is not really doing much, and then that's about it. So, guys, if you want to win your fantasy, start these players. If you made it this far, hit that like button, hit that share button, and subscribe to my video. You want to win your fantasy? Start point guard Smart. You want to know why? He is the defensive player of the year, and he is at home, and he is going to ball out. So if you want to win your fantasy, start point guard Smart. You want to win your fantasy? Start shooting guard Brown. You want to know why? Well, he's a scorer. Number 2, he's the second option on the team. Number 3, he's going to need to put up big numbers for them to win. So you want to win your fantasy? Start shooting guard Brown. You want to win your fantasy? Start small forward Antetokounmpo. You want to know why? Well, he's a triple-double threat. He should get 60 points, and he's the best around. So if you want to win your fantasy, start small forward Antetokounmpo. You want to win your fantasy? Start power forward Allen. You want to know why? Because he's tall, he's agile, he's a shot blocker, and he's going up against a team that has very small power forwards and centers. So you want to win your fantasy? Start power forward Allen. You want to win your fantasy? Start center Stewart. You want to know why? First, he's at home. Second, he's now shooting the 3 ball. And fourth, he should get double-digit rebounds. So you want to win your fantasy? Start center Stewart. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so my word for today is invest. Invest is something that a lot of people don't do. Like if you want to get fit, you have to invest time into your diet, into nutrition, and into health. You have to invest the time to go work out. If you want to become financially free, you have to invest time into learning. You cannot become financially free working a job. It's impossible. You have to have a business, or you have to provide a service or invent something that solves a need. If you want to win DFS, you have to invest hours a day or invest your money into someone who can do the research for you, and then you can just pick the players. But in life, everything is about investing, because if you do not invest, you will always fall short. Love you guys.